Yes, I took a spot of dirt in my yard, a little 10 by 10 area, and turned it into this. Many, 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 many hours. Many, 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 many. I would not do this again. It's a ton of work. But I turned a little like shed that typically people put lawnmowers in and turned it into a playhouse for my kids. And so in this video, I'll show you the price breakdown that you're seeing on your screen right now, how you could have done it a little cheaper. And then we're just going to walk through the process. So it started out, I cleared out this area. There's some trees in the way, things like that. I kind of cleared it out, kind of measured, make sure I had enough room. And then I started building the foundation. I need to get some rocks. So the cheapest thing where I live in California is just to rent a Home Depot truck. By the time you gas it up, and if you use it in a lot of time, it's only like $40 out the door between gas and everything else. That's all it costs. Super cheap. This is me in the Home Depot truck. This is the guy in front of me.
There he goes.
This is a different guy who's getting rocks. I'm next, but I just wanted to show you how you get bulk rock. You can get them at a really cheap price. It's way cheaper to do this than to buy bags of rock. So I go to my local rockery and fill her up. And then you have to unload the truck, so I unloaded it in my driveway.
All right, here's the rototiller I use. Not that beefy. I mean, it's a little two-stroke, but it got the job done. You can see I'm just dumping lots of dirt all around. There's my old shed video 1.0. All right, here's our spot. All right, so I rototilled. You can see how far I dug, about 5 or 6 inches deep here. And now I'm gonna put in the frame here. I think I have too much dirt. I need to take some more dirt out. And then we're gonna screw this thing together. We got the leveled the 4 posts. Next up, I've got a roll of weed guard over here and a knife. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down the weed guard and then start dumping the rocks.
So the rototiller just really helped loosen the dirt and level the land there. So here's the rock all the way on there, and then you want to just use a rake and rake it back and forth and make it really level. Now we're going to jump a lot. We're going to jump from just rock to having pretty much the building all the way done. You can see here I kind of messed up on the roof. I had to kind of put a little piece there to cover a crack because the shed itself wasn't completely square. This is my first wood shed I've ever built, and so I can't give you guys tips on how to actually build it. I just wanted to show you how mine turned out. But so there's the roof just about done. The roof, I just followed videos on YouTube. There's some really good informative videos on YouTube. Here it is with the insulation, and as you're looking around, something to notice is there's not enough beams, little 2x4 beams in this house. So when I hang my drywall, it's really not well hung. It would have hung a lot better if there's more support for me to screw them into. But it worked out in the end. The shed is really not meant for what I did to it. But I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But I just want to show you what I did. I got the floor in. This shed does come with a floor, which is nice. So there's a big, thick floor with 2x4s every like 12 inches or so. It's a lot. So the floor is very, very solid. I reinforced it. This is at the point where I have the drip edge on. I added drip edge on. That's that little metal piece by the shingles at the top of the roof to help with the water. Added the skylight. The skylight was really difficult for me. I'd never done one before. I just had no idea how to do a skylight. But that got in there, just no problem. And then there you go. Now we got a window. We got a piece of drywall on the bottom there. We got our second piece of drywall. We're totally insulated now. And then we're hanging drywall. Something else I had to cut is those little hangers on the roof there. There's like some wood. I'm going to be trimming those off to get the drywall to hang a little higher, to have a little bit higher of a roof. So there you go. You see I got a big crack in the drywall over there. I just taped everything up. Here's my little drywall job on the skylight. And the skylight's nice because it doubles up as ventilation as well. And then there's the second window. That was your first photo, seeing the second window. So I initially built this with just the one extra window, and my wife was like, can we have another window? And I was like, I guess. So I had to order a window, wait another week before I could finish framing the drywall. But anyways, like, so this is done now. Here you go. I got the flooring in. That was the wrong paint right there. So Home Depot sold me the wrong paint, so I had to paint twice. But here it is, almost pretty much done. Exterior paint done. Floor is all done. You have to put weights on the floor because it kind of bows a little bit at first. And then I got the baseboards in as well on the bottom there by the floors. And you can see my taping and painting job wasn't the best, but it's a shed. And then here's my transition. What I put in, it's big metal transition between the front door and then the wood laminate floors. I put in these little bookshelves there. And here's the final reveal. So it's pretty much done now. There's one other thing. That's my other shed. If you missed that video, check it out. What I could say about these like lifetime sheds, these synthetic, plastic sheds, is they are so much easier to build. This shed is now almost like 8 years old. The shed we're looking at right now, and the doors sag a little bit, but it's holding up great. It's really good. My wife was like, when we decided, I wanted to just build another plastic shed, but my wife was like, no, let's do something nicer. The woodshed is way, 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 way nicer, especially once I added the drywall and the insulation. Um, so I agree that once it's done, but I just don't think I'd ever do this again. I would totally hire it out. I ended up spending the majority of my summer working on this project. It was a great workout. I learned a lot. I love sharing it. I can share it with all of you and be like, look at what I did. I made this thing. I did have some help from my brother. Thank you, bro. And we're starting to decorate now, as you can see. But when you're building anything, it starts out like, oh yeah, we could just do it like that, and then it's like, oh, maybe we should add insulation. Oh, maybe we should add drywall. Let's add another window. Let's add some electricity. Let's how about we add a skylight? So we got the Lego table there, and then as the kids get older, I'm sure there's gonna be lots of retro video games in here and all kinds of other stuff. Probably a TV projector. Who knows? Right now it's mainly dolls, Nerf, and Lego, but I'm sure that'll change. So the windows are super nice. I highly recommend the windows. They're like $90 a piece. And then just comparing it to my other 10, those are both 10 by 10 sheds. And this one obviously is much nicer. Just doing a little perimeter little thing on here now. If you are looking for a shed, Costco sells sheds now where they actually will contract out the contractors for you too. So it's like a fully built shed for like $4,000 or $5,000. I would after what I did here, like, yes, I saved myself a couple $1,000s doing it myself on labor. But if you don't have the time or whatever, that now that I've done it seems like a way better deal. And like I said, mine was not square at all. I'm not a carpenter at all, and so that's where I really messed up. So I might do that. But here's a little perimeter. Everything is caulked. Everything is painted. Here's the roof. The roof came out really good. And this thing is going to last a long time. And then speaking of like the shed, like this adds potential property value, but also like, in the Bay Area or whatever, adding that kind of square footage is not cheap to do. So doing it like that is really nice. So here's my purchase order. The shed right now, it might not be on sale anymore, but it's this one right here. This is the Heartland Montera Value Gable. The reason I went with this one is, first of all, $1,400 is incredible, and it's free shipping, and it comes with a floor. When you shop for a wooden shed, none of them come with a floor. They don't give you the plywood for the ground. They give you the 2x4s, but they won't give you the plywood that you step on top of those 2x4s. So this one comes with that plywood. Now this photo you're looking at right now, this does not look like my shed at all. The studs are different. I don't know why they even show that picture. But yeah, the walls are 6 foot high, which is nice as well. And as you see here, it's meant for like a little lawnmower, not to what I did for it. There you go. The roof is strong, 30 pounds per square foot. And then that is the latch it comes with. Easy assembly, pre-hung doors. Yep, they were pre-hung. Pre-cut wood. Yep, cost effective. I would agree. We're going to get into the cost here shortly. And then accessories. I wish I got that cupola. That looks awesome. I didn't see that when I was shopping around, but I bought that window. I bought 2 of those windows. That's how it comes, by the way, in this next photo. That's how it really does come. I don't have metal ramps. But I put in the skylight from them, which was about $40, and then the shingles and then the two windows. So it comes just like that in a big pile, and it just they drop it off with a forklift, and it's incredible. It's literally that. It might be like, yeah, exactly. It's probably like 4 feet wide, 4 feet tall, and has everything you need on that pallet except shingles and paint. It says floor materials are sold separately, but they actually aren't sold separately. It's really confusing. Double check, but on this particular model, you can actually get it with a floor included. So here's the accounting on it. Right shy of $3,600, and the labor was free. But as you saw there, I really didn't cut any corners. I added the drip edge, so through all the seasons and the rain, that roof is going to hold up really well. I caulked everything, so I'm not going to have any dry rot issues. I even bought termite spray and sprayed the foundation to prevent termites even further and other bugs. Spraying insulation everywhere, and I insulated everywhere. This thing is going to be really nice and cool during the summer, and then during the winter, it should be slightly warmer than outside. I saved a little bit of money buying if you ever go to Home Depot, they have like the mess up paint, like $10 a gallon for paint, so we saved money where we could. But this is about what we spent. And then just time. That's what's not on here. I'm slow. I was learning. I probably did things the hard way, but it took me months to complete this thing. And there were some days where I was working like 8 hours a day. Now there's some days I didn't work at all, like when we were waiting for the other window to come. But I think I estimated it. It was probably close to 60 to 70 hours of hard work. Like those are full hours worth of work. Could somebody do it faster? Totally, 100%. But I'm just saying for me. But like I said, here I am telling you all about it. I'm proud of it. If you're thinking about doing something like this, it's pretty cool. It's a fun project to use it, more space. So that's what I think. Let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.